Welcome to this podcast show today. This is a show for your family and your finance. If you are new to our podcast, I welcome you and thank you for joining NTSL Family of Winners. If you have not already done so, let me encourage you to take a moment out to like and subscribe to the podcast and leave a review whenever you can. That action is good for both of us. This will ensure also that you get an alert when there is a new dose of wisdom on things to do with your family and your finance. This is not a podcast for entertainment. Our podcast is for those seeking and craving obsession for a great change in their life in the areas of family and finance. This is where wisdom lives because success is 80% wisdom. If you have wisdom, you will have your world under your control. So what is wisdom? Wisdom is all about making critical decisions with your head, using facts and timeless principles. Never use your heart where your emotions live because it is never reliable. When you hear people say that nobody knows tomorrow, what they are telling you is that they have very little wisdom. Because those who plan for tomorrow are always ahead in the game of life. And wisdom will help you to see well into the future. One of the things that we have been talking about in our Joseph Generation Inner Circle meeting in the last 3 years since we started it is how to position our family to live in the kingdom of heaven here on earth. The kingdom of heaven is a limitless environment of abundance, without worry and without sorrows. We will continue with this series for the next few years because there is a lot to get through. So briefly, the kingdom of heaven on earth is like a vibrant, thriving family business, a religion-free zone where there is limitless abundance and everyone in the family are winners. They are fully participating and taking care of each other. They are law-abiding to the kingdom of heaven laws and principles. And they are productive like palm trees, where every activity they are engaged in are avenues of revenues that produce boundless profits for the family. There is no competition among the members of the family because everyone is functioning in his or her own area of competence, and that is to say specializations in your own gift. That means your own sphere of leadership, the purpose for which you were born and put on earth. This is the father-led home concept on the mind of our Creator for all His children on earth. So that is an exciting series. We'll continue. Also, I want to sincerely thank all of you for all that you do in telling our folks, other folks about the show, because without you doing that, there is no way to explain the steady growth across so many platforms that we use. Thank you so much for keeping up with the great work and going out of your way to do just that. I am David Eyiangho, your father-led home coach, with a life mission to turn the hearts of the fathers back to their children and back to their wife. Today we continue with our series on living kingdom of heaven lifestyle on earth. On this podcast, we will focus on spiritual stability and tranquility, overcoming a damaged family background. This podcast is very important for every human being, man or woman, single or married. You will learn something important today. So as a father, I certainly understand parents wanting a psychologically, that means spiritual stability and tranquility, healthy spouse for their children. Yeah, you want somebody who wants to marry your child to be spiritually stable and from a background of parents that are spiritually stable themselves. Your upbringing can be a hindrance in knowing how to act as a husband and a father, and more or less like a mother or a wife. How does one overcome a damaged background? We all have, in some ways or the other. Some of us, we are really good at, we're really not impacted in a lot of ways because we have two parents who team up together, the A-team, to make sure you had the best during your youth until the age of 13. So let's talk about today, how does one overcome a damaged background? There are so many tragic variations of what negative influences and experiences people faced as children. But what we are about to impact to you works in virtually all of them. Because if you follow this strategy, you can set your next 4 generations up. It's a matter of understanding. Train, teach them, coach them to understand this principle. It will work for you. It will work for your generations to come. You see, there is one awesome thing working for all of us as human beings. We are humans created in the image of God, and we, unlike animals, are capable of change and growth. A cat, a camel, or a cow, or a kangaroo will still be exactly those creatures in 365 days' time. But a man whose temper is out of control could be a responsible husband in a year's time. A selfish woman could be a loving and caring mother in a year's time. All boils down to the very important gift God gave to us. The gift is called willpower. And that gift is very precious. That gift is also very dangerous. Why is it dangerous? Because the willpower is the only gift that God Himself cannot control. So you can work against God or you can work with God. That's dangerous. It is precious because that same gift is how God functions Himself. Because why? He gave you everything like Him, created in His own image. That makes it so precious. You have a gift, exactly the same gift as your Creator. That is awesome. So please cherish that gift. I will encourage you right now from the bottom of my heart. Please work so hard not to use this gift in an evil way. Because if you walk against God with that gift, you are treading in an evil territories. And the ripple effect can easily go up to your next 4 generations. Please don't listen to the trash people are telling you out there that you can do whatever you like. No. Those people who make the best progress in life are the people who learned to keep themselves under control and restrain themselves from doing things that will have consequences for generations to come. So your willpower is important, and that's why we can change. An acorn will produce an oak tree, and an alpaca will produce another alpaca tree, but a drunkard can produce a dancer. A degenerate can produce a deacon. A terrorist can produce a tender-hearted teacher. That is who you are. That's how powerful you are to be in control of yourself. It is the divine insight each of us that gives us the power. What I mean here, if you go through the Hebrew translation of the word power, means skill, ability, revelation, wisdom to transcend our background. Secular therapists will try to treat you based on the irreparable damage done to you by your parents. These people are dead wrong. Please, I'm begging you, don't waste your precious resources, your time, and your money on these people. They are not helping you 1 ounce. I repeat, please, these people are dead wrong. Majority of them, I tell you, I don't want to say 100% of them, of these people that are of this view, they don't even know their creator. They are the one that they will tell you that God doesn't exist. Don't waste your precious resources, your time, and your money on these people. Run away from them. Make sure they don't get anywhere near your family. They are dangerous. The 5th commandment says, honor your father and your mother. Honor your father and your mother because they brought you into this world. Honor is not a vague concept. You can check out one of our podcasts we've done way back there for full understanding that what that honor specifically means. I will advise you to check that out if you don't understand it. It is a revelation. But regardless of what your parents may have done, you have certain obligations and you must observe them. They did not condemn you to an inevitable negative future. No. Remember I told you, you have the willpower to make a change. You can do the change within 6 months, within a year or 2. No. It depends where you're starting from. But it is possible. It is within your power. Not within the power of psychologists or therapists. These people are dangerous. Of course, we have psychologists and therapists who are God-fearing. Yes, There are a few of them out there, but you don't need any of the secular ones. Grow beyond their wildest dream. Yeah, you can grow beyond their wildest dreams. The dream of evil, what they're trying to package you and what cage they're trying to put you in for the rest of your life. No, you are too big for that. You are created in the image of the Creator. So you can function and think like Him. When you are from a Adamic background, you must be wise to recognize that you don't have a role model to follow in how to be a husband or a father or a mother. If you recognize that, you will be light years ahead of many others who don't recognize what they don't know, and who the therapists are drumming nonsense into their mind. So be careful, because the beginning of solving your problem is to understand that there is something you don't know. It could be about your finance, about your family, your marriage, your raising children. There is always something you don't know. The information are there. They are diluted in all shapes or forms on the internet. So I will not advise you to go to the internet to find, life-saving information. Please, don't go there. There are people out there. Yeah, it might cost you some money, but there are secrets to living in heaven here on earth. They are all in books, in the minds of great people, people of your future. They are there. You have to seek them out. Don't jump to Google, because you don't even know the mind of those people who put those information on there. They do it in a very half-hearted way. So be careful. Seek as many mentors as you can. Evaluate your life. Prepare yourself with carefully chosen books and programs. Yeah, we have some programs in our coaching sessions. These programs will reveal timeless principles. They will reveal the laws of God, because everything you want to do on the planet Earth is based on laws. You understand those laws and principles, they will work for you like magic. Yeah, we go through programs like that for you. And also, please be part of a community where you see families modeling the life that you would like to emulate. Here, I would say be cautious. I know you are a family of winners. That's why you're here. You are not the people that are thinking upside down. Yeah. Who wants to be with Bill and John, Mary and Angela? Yeah, those are not the family that are modeling life that you would like to emulate. Those sort of life leads to self-destructions down the line. And when it happened, it's always too late. The questions for finding the right wife isn't your background or her background, but what you offer for a wife or what you offer for a husband. This meaning you need to envision within yourself what type of woman, what type of man would like to have for a wife or a husband. Then you work on yourself to have the values and the qualities that make yourself accessible for such a woman, such a man. This means you stop hanging around the toxic field of singles and divorcees, but focus on your own values so that when a quality woman sees you, she will be attracted to your qualities. Many quality women come from a broken background where people live in dysfunctional family, but have made the personal choice to rise above and beyond the dysfunction of immediate family. You are no different. If you work on your values to be accessible to the quality wife you want to attract, then God will bless your commitment. That is the way it has always been. If you make up your mind, you're going to say, I am going to raise fine children. Have your plan, be committed. God's going to help you to do that. If you have your commitment from the outset, you meet this woman, you just tell the woman, this is where I'm going. This is the plan I have for our family. This is where I believe we want to live. Are you happy with where I'm going? Because if you don't let the person know where you're taking the person, they might not want to go with you. So stop talking about love and all those things at the outset. Talk about the future, the plans that you have. It's very difficult for a quality woman to follow a stupid man. So our advice is to start now, before you are married. Yeah. Starting now before you are married is an awesome gift to yourself and to your future family. So please always remember this very important statement. This is that in the ever-changing world, always focus and depend on things that never change, the principles and the laws of God, because there lies your joy, your success, your fulfillment, and your prosperity without sorrows. Please trust me, there are so many people who call themselves rich people out there. Within a few years, they got themselves pierced with sorrows. I don't want to mention names. I could be mentioning so many names every day, but you can see them on TV. Look at the way they are falling over like dead flies. Why? Because these people have no spiritual qualities. They are not using their willpower. Yeah. We've talked about this in so many of our podcasts in the past. Yeah, go and review some of them. Get yourself ready for that woman. Get yourself ready for that man. Your life will attract her or him. If you need help, the page from which to contact us is ntsl.com/discovery. The webpage again is ntsl.com/discovery. We have special online coaching sessions that will help you ramp up your efforts in building your finance and your family. And that is all we have time for today. So I want to thank you for listening. Please let me know your number one takeaway from this show. This is David Eyiangho. Remember, NTSL Coaching is a safe place in an unsafe world. Have a great week. Talk to you next week. Stay safe and stay blessed.